And so it's really in the past year or past 2 years that I've really been digging into game jams and making connections, and this past year really turning it into more of a business side for myself. And in the past year, yeah, I easily made back the money I invested in the group because that community is so good at encouraging one another and providing fantastic resources. So definitely really good investments.
Adam Morton is a solo developer focused on helping others create amazing music for their indie games. With years of experience under his belt, Adam has created countless tracks which he offers to help support his dream of going full-time. We sat down and talked about the importance of having mentors to help guide you on your game dev journey and help you avoid the pitfalls that so many of us fall into. The value of mentors can't be understated. They truly have the potential to fast-track your success.
Thanks for having me. Yeah, I'm working through some kind of small projects and developing lots of music packs as well for anyone indie devs who have a budget to hire for custom music. Music packs are definitely the way to go in that case. So I've got a quite a collection of that right now. Yeah, that everything music collection is all different genres bundled together.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's been quite a journey so far. I've been in music like my whole life basically. Piano lessons, theory lessons since I was 5 years old, and really started kind of taking it onto myself to start writing music in high school. It wasn't until maybe 2 or 3 years ago that I started to think about video games as a avenue for writing music and maybe even making a living off of it. And then it was right about this time last year that I joined what's called the Video Game Music Alliance. It's run by Stephen Malin, who's a very successful composer for all sorts of media. His true passion is for video game music. So he started this community for composers to, join together as a community, learn from one another. He has a bit of a mentorship program through it. And that's when I really started to dig into taking some of my pre-existing work that I've just written music for kind of on my own and turning them into assets for game devs. When I started following Steven's channel and watching a lot of his YouTube content that he was writing for video games, he made a comment that there was like absolutely no statistics to back this up. It's just his experience. It seems like for every composer, there are 1,000 developers who need music for their games. And so for me, that was a huge kind of switch in my brain that made me realize there are actually probably way more possibilities for me to get my music out there through like just indie games. I did some music for a couple short films for some friends. That took me like 5 years to get even just those 2 kind of projects.
Sure.
With indie games, I think it was within 5 minutes of posting in a Discord server like, hey, looking for a team for Game Jam.
Nice.
I was with them already, and we wrote 3 or 4 tracks for them, and we did a few other game jams as well. It's just so much faster to get connected, to find someone who can really guide you through your specific scenario. I don't know your exact scenario, but if you find a trusted mentor who can really sympathize with your current scenario, they know you and can work with you one-to-one, I think that's really, really good, because they will also be able to check your blind spots for you. Things that you may not realize needs, fine-tuning, whether it's your production skills, maybe it's even your goals. You may have unrealistic goals that your mentor can say, hey, like I've been there, let me help kind of tame that down a bit. Let's set more realistic goals, or help you like build out a plan to achieve that final goal. Maybe not in 1 year, but in 3 years. And they help you kind of lay out like an outline, a plan. I think having a mentor is one of the easiest ways to fast track yourself, because you can, fail upwards in a way, like learn from your own mistakes, but why not learn from someone else's mistakes? Someone else's 20 years of experience in the industry, get them to show you the road and kind of give you that firsthand knowledge, their experience and what they know, and get that, just downloaded into your brain right away rather than doing trial and error.
And you have two children, is that correct?
Yes, yeah, okay. A 2-year-old and a almost 3-month-old. I have a day job, which is not music related, so that really pays the bills.
Sure.
But the music stuff on this side, I also teach music. Okay. I do private lessons, so I've got all these different streams of income that I'm hoping to one day have exclusively through music.
Do you have time in the night to do that passion project? How does that look for you?
Yeah, definitely with our 2-year-old, we've had to figure out schedules. There was a while back in the summer where he was very consistent with his nap times. So if he would nap like during the day on the weekends, I would take that 2-hour window and try to do as much research like on industry trends. But recently, in the past maybe 2 or 3 months, he's been phasing out of his afternoon nap, so now it's just all day. So I've had to figure out now, okay, now I either wake up an hour earlier, which sometimes my brain just does not want to do. So it's all a matter of finding those pockets of time. Every few months that those pockets change, it gets shifted around a little bit, but definitely I take as much advantage as I can of those few moments.
What advice would you give to someone that's kind of in your shoes?
My main advice is to find a mentor, to find someone who can really guide you through your specific scenario, because great music can make an okay game great, and I found that bad music can make a great game bad. Like I feel like music has such an impact on the experience because it can absolutely make or break the game. Like at least for me, I can't say with full certainty to someone, oh, just find the extra time, because sometimes you legitimately cannot. Like you really need to prioritize the things in your life, and if you want to prioritize, like a game dev career over other things, then maybe you fully can. But like for me, I need to put like family first, and then I can do the next step. So I can't tell someone, oh yeah, just drop everything and jump right into it, because I don't know your exact scenario.
Thank you so much for being here and doing this with me.
Thank you for having me.
I will have all of Adam's stuff linked below in the description, and we will see you next time. And have a good day. We'll see you.
Yeah.